Hello, lovely writers, and welcome to another Writerly Wednesday. Today is going to be a little bit different. I wanted to give you an idea. Now that we're heading into the holidays, you might be gift giving and or gift receiving. And I wanted to give you some tips on some books that would be amazing for any writer if you're looking for something new to read, including if you are putting your manuscript in the bottom drawer to wait a while, right? That's what I have talked about previously. So here are my top 5 favorite books. Now this may change, and one day I'd like to add my own book to this list, but for now, here they go. Number 1 would be The Writer's Journey by Christopher Vogler. It's quite a large book, but what I love about this is it helps to break down Joseph Campbell's hero's journey, and it gives you lots of pop culture references so you can really contextualize each of the different parts of the hero's journey and all of the archetypes and everything else that might be included in your story. Number 2 would be Almost Anything by Lisa Cron, but specifically I love Story Genius. So get your hands on this book. It breaks down why it's not just about technique, but why story wins above technique. Of course, we want you to have great technique, but it's even more important that there be real connection with story if you want your readers to respond. And it's also why you might see some books out there that you think, wow, that's not particularly well written, or they don't have a fantastic vocabulary, or how have they sold so many books? That's why they got those pieces of story right, and their readers found that and loved it. Number 3 would be Anne Lamott's Bird by Bird. I love almost anything that Anne Lamott does in terms of talking about story. She's irreverent. She just pulls no punches. And if you haven't already read this book, I highly recommend it. Also, anything by Natalie Goldberg. So if you've not heard about Natalie Goldberg, she has several books, but the one that I want to recommend today is called The True Secret of Writing. She also has another one, Writing Down the Bones, but I'd like to recommend The True Secret of Writing. It's really great, whether you're writing nonfiction or fiction. I think these books are really good. I'm going to give you a bit of a bonus after the 5th. I also always recommend Big Magic by Liz Gilbert. Why? Because it talks a lot about that part of writing that maybe not as many people address, and that is that alchemy that's out there, that there is a portion of the writing process that isn't really about technique or craft or anything like that. Of course, those things are important, but it's like these brilliant ideas are floating out there in the ether. And I really resonate with the way that she describes the creative process, and you might too. Here's my bonus, and I always go back to this. It's specifically written for nonfiction, but William Zinsser's millions of copies sold worldwide title On Writing Well is really valuable to anyone wanting to make sure that they're not overwriting. Like I said, it's really for nonfiction writing, but even fiction writers can really benefit from reading about some of his process and some of the things that he recommends that writers do. It's especially helpful when you're going through an edit. So most of the other books are brilliant before you start your book, and that one is particularly effective after you've written your manuscript and you're looking to go back and edit. Really think about, what words am I using? Why am I using them? If you have 1,000 words, can you make it 500 words? It's not across the board that you want to take that advice, but I've loved it. And I've used that advice for writers over and over and over throughout the years. So that's it. If you are looking for a new writerly book or new inspiration and you haven't read any of those books, The Writer's Journey, Story Genius, Bird by Bird, The True Secret of Writing, Big Magic, and the bonus On Writing Well, I suggest all of those for you. I hope you have a wonderful holidays. Might be taking a bit of a break from our Writerly Wednesday. I might pop up randomly. I can't promise that it'll be on a Wednesday, but if I don't see you beforehand, I wish you all a wonderful season, whether it is hot and summery where you are like it is here, or whether it is cold and you're bundling up and getting hot drinks and experiencing Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever you celebrate. I'm wishing you all the best of this season, and we'll see you soon. Bye.